This is not a story about winning. Let me ask you something. If you knew the walls were going to fall, if you knew the army outside outnumbered you 10 to 1, if you knew you were older than you used to be, slower than you admit, and running out of time, would you still stand on the battlements? Because Legend by David Gemmell is not about victory. It is about what you do when you already know how the story ends. And that is far more uncomfortable. The author who thought he was dying. David Gemmell began writing what would become Legend in the mid-1970s after doctors believed he had terminal cancer. Weight loss, blood in urine, the kind of symptoms that stop you in your tracks. So he did what writers do. He built a fortress. He surrounded it with an unstoppable horde, and inside it, he placed an aging warrior whose body was failing him. The fortress was his body. The nadir were the disease. It turned out to be a misdiagnosis. He did not die. The manuscript was later revised heavily and eventually published in 1984. But the emotional core remained. This is not escapism. This is confrontation. Dros Delnoch, 6 walls and no miracles. Let's get the architecture right. Dros Delnoch has 6 walls, 6 defensive lines. Each one will fall in turn. There is no prophecy, no hidden dragon, no last-minute cavalry from chapter 43. This is attrition. The siege advances wall by wall, and with each fall, something psychological collapses too. Hope erodes, confidence weakens, fear becomes rational. By the time you reach the final defences, you are not wondering who will win. You are wondering who will stand.
The flames call to me. I will not fall, Dane!
Druss, the man who refuses to step aside. Druss is not a fresh-faced chosen one discovering hidden power. He is old. His joints hurt. His reflexes are slower. His reputation is larger than his body can comfortably support. His axe, Snagger, has a name. His knees probably should. What makes Druss powerful is not physical dominance. It is refusal. He refuses to abandon the wall. He refuses to let legend become nostalgia. He refuses to step aside quietly. He knows the odds. He fights anyway. That is not power fantasy. That is defiance. Civilization and rot. The Nadir horde is terrifying, vast, relentless. But Gemmell makes something quietly clear. The Draenei were already in decline. Complacency, corruption, decay. The invasion exposes weaknesses that already existed. That gives legend its edge. Empires do not collapse overnight. They soften first. The walls are breached long before the enemy arrives. Heroism without irony. One of the most striking things about Legend is what it does not do. It does not wink at the camera. It does not undercut sacrifice with cynicism. It does not mock courage as naive. It takes heroism seriously. In an age of moral ambiguity and grim, dark complexity, that feels almost subversive. Courage here is not the absence of fear. It is action in spite of fear. Druss is afraid. Others are afraid. They stand anyway. That is the moral architecture of the novel. The prose, clean and functional. Gemmell's prose is direct. It is not ornamental. It does not linger in descriptive language. It moves. Dialogue carries character. Action carries tension. Some readers may want more nuance, more layered politics, more stylistic flourishes. But the simplicity serves the mythic tone. This is not intricate world building. This is a story about standing. Why legend still works. Here is why this book endures. It refuses cynicism. It insists that standing your ground has meaning even if defeat is inevitable. The walls may fall, but the act of defending them matters. That idea transcends fantasy. It speaks to aging, to illness, to decline, to societies under pressure. Legend is not complex. It is clear, and sometimes clarity is more powerful than cleverness. Final question. If you knew how it would end, if you knew you would not live to see the victory parade, if you knew history might forget you, would you still stand? Legend says yes. Not because it guarantees triumph, but because there are worse things than defeat. And that is why this supposedly simple heroic fantasy from 1984 still hits as hard as it does.